Okay, hi guys. So I got this in my bedroom at the moment. Had this come today, the Dell Power-edge 2950 Series 2 version. It's in my bedroom at the moment before I move it off to the data rack because I thought that I could show you guys this beautiful bit of kit. There's one little thing I'm going to say. I'm going to sound like a bit of an idiot, but basically what's happened is they've sent it me without the key. So I can't physically power this thing on. If I put the power lead in the back, it just sits in standby mode. I can't put it on because, yeah, they're sending the key. But at the moment, I can't actually get behind the bezel unless I want to break the bezel off. And these bezels are like 25 quid to get a replacement, so I'm not going to bother. One thing I did notice, because when you look at these pictures of the bezel, they look like they're plastic. It's not. It's actually it's like metal or something. It's like aluminium, I think. It's pretty well made. Quite happy with that actually. I just thought it was going to be a plastic shitty type thing on the front of the server, because I have a couple of Dell Power-edge servers and none of them have actually got bezels on them, so I just nice surprise. Moving in, we have this beautiful lovely LCD panel with the information button. This should tell you all the information you need to know about the system. It'll tell you about the hard drives, what RAID configuration it is, any warnings like power supply down, RAM down, or whatever you want to. Whatever it wants to tell you, it will tell you on that LCD display. Also use a colour-coded system as well. If it's a warning, the screen will go orange, and if it's okay, it will stay blue. One thing I do know that is behind here is, I don't know if you can see, but that there is a 146GB 15K SAS drive. There are 2 of those installed on this system. You can hold 6, but they're just blanking plates at the moment. I will install hard drives on there, but what I'm planning to do is I'll have those 2 as my system drives. They'll be on RAID 1, and then I'll have the final 4. I'll probably put 500 gig SAS in there, 15K SAS, and they will run in RAID 5, and that will be the actual storage, and that will go into the array. Then I have a couple of these running somewhere in the data racks. Behind there, I'm not even going to bother showing you that no more. We're not going to bother showing you that no more, because there is a disk drive back there which makes life a lot easier with installing the OS. I'm going to put Windows Server 2012 R2 Data Center onto this particular machine. Why that? I don't know. I just feel it's a storage server. Why not put Data Center on there? I could just put standard, but I have a copy of Data Center hanging around here, so I thought might as well just stick it on there. Okay, so I'm going to twist it around, show you the back, and then we'll go on the inside. Okay, so this is the back of the machine. One thing you will notice is I haven't actually got a DRAC card put in here from Dell. Instead I had this is a modular Ethernet card. So that's basically my DRAC card, but it's not in the DRAC port, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me when I say that. So we have our RS-232 VGA, and we have 2 USBs, and then we have our dual gigabit Ethernet, which is pretty good. I do like the idea of dual Ethernet. Well, most servers have them these days. You know, one fails, doesn't matter, everything goes through the other one. It can also be used for load balancing as well, which is always useful if you've got a lot of traffic going in and out of the server, but in my case I haven't, so they're just used for redundancy. Then here we go, dual hot swap PSU. Normally what Dell do is they only include number 1, you have to buy number 2 separately, but what I did do is I did buy number 2. I added it to my basket. It cost an additional £55. But no, it's worth it if you know, if it's working in a data intense area. That's good. There is a colour code on these. Inside you'll see the colour code on the back of the cover. You have red, which means hot swappable, and blue, which means you can pop it in and out. So we're just going to show you this. This is pretty. I love these. Okay, so this has just failed. Oh no! Don't worry, we will pull it out. Here we can see it here. Dell. It's a 750 watt power supply unit. The other one's completely identical. So one fails. It doesn't matter. We just go and grab. We can just stick it in there. It's going in. Sometimes they can be a bit fiddly. There we go. Is then the same with that one. One thing I did notice with this is it has a pretty neat cable tidy kind of contraption here you stick your lead into, just so it helps you with cable routing, but this one doesn't have it. So I was quite unhappy there. I thought, oh wow, that is pretty cool. And then, oh, okay. You give me an optional one, but you don't give me the idea of cable management. Okay, Dell, you win this one. But no, that's pretty good. Can't moan at that. Okay, so let's pop him open. Okay, welcome to the inside of the Dell Power-edge 2950. So at the front here, we can see where the CD drive is. And behind here is all where the hot swap hard drives are. Obviously we can't see those because I haven't got the bezel key. Ugh. Just quite annoying for me because I wanted to get it on and power it and install everything today. It's not going to happen now. Over here we have our RAID card. This is for all the hot swappable hard drives in the front. And you can see on here, this has its own memory. It's 256 megabytes. Not a great deal, but it's good enough to run the RAID off. Here again, as explained in red, hot swaps. I have 4 of these hot swap fans right in front of the power CPU. Sorry. This one's some of them are a bit stiff, so I'm going to try and I'll get this one. I've done this one earlier. There we go. So this one's failed. Pop him out. Nice little fan there. One thing I must say is I have heard these powered before, and they are loud as hell, so don't go, unless you have sensitive ears, don't do it. Don't have sensitive ears when you do this. Let me just pop him in. The good thing about hot swapping is you can do that while the system is on. I've always found that useful. So, I'll explain about CPUs in a second, but I want to go straight to the RAM instead because it's just kind of easier. So, here we have 2 sticks of DDR2, they're 4GB sticks each, so I have 8 gigs on board at the moment, but I have 8 DIMM slots, so obviously that is completely upgradable. With Windows Server 2012, I think I can have something about like 320 gigs of RAM or something like that. Obviously that's just completely excessive for home use, but just making a point about that. In the back there you can see that card that was in the front there. It's replacing where the DRAC card is. Normally the DRAC card is kind of like there. That's like the slot. I don't know if there might be something obstructing it or something where the card should be there, but it's not there. So it's just not where it should be. I wanted it to be there. I might move it later, see if I can jiggle things around. I'm not going to go mess around with it just yet. Okay, so moving down, these are my CPUs. I have 2 of those. Both of them are dual-core Xeons running at 2.33 GHz. So that's the equivalent of 4 cores running at 2.33 GHz. Yep. So I've got the sense of 2 duals running in a quad, something like that. You could do the maths. One thing I have noticed on this actual board is that it's an internal SATA. This is pretty cool. I suppose if you wanted to put an internal drive in here, you could relay a SATA cable to it or something, but I don't really know where you would be able to put a drive in here. There's absolutely, yeah. No, I'm not too sure. I don't know, would you want to screw one in here or something? I'm not, maybe you can buy some kind of caddy that comes off one of these, I'm not sure, but that's basically the inside of the server. And I'll do another video once we have it running with Windows 2012 Data Center on there. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more.